Happy new moon in Cancer. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jesenia. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button down below to join the family. Okay, we have a new moon in Cancer, another one. We just had a new moon in Cancer last June, so let's go chit chat about it. There's Shiva in the background and my Himalayan salt lamps. Dream catchers, hey! All right, let's get into it, guys. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. We are already in the mid-July, guys. Mid-July. What goes on? I feel like June flew by. Now July is flying. So let's talk about it. Hey. I'm gonna give you real quick what I'm wearing, and I'm using my phone because the camera is so bulky. I'm wearing this cute blue kimono that I got a couple years ago from a garage with a tanky. Got my Dreamcatcher earrings on. We got my crystals on, and then just jeans. And these are my Hawaiian slippers that I got at the Lulani Resort in Hawaii a couple years ago. And they have like little reflexology things. So comfortable. But let's go sage before we get started. We got the sage. So definitely this new moon in Cancer, get your sage. You're gonna be saging like every day. I just intuitively feel that we need to be saging every single day. It's super important to cleanse your energetic field. Everybody has a, ow! I got hot. Warning, if you're a child, make sure you have an adult around to help you sage. Definitely sage every single day. We're going into like a new phase, right? A new moon means new phase. Have new moon intentions. If you've created anything for like your business or just in your life, put it out like on your patio, your balcony, whatever you have, and let the new moon energy really, soak that up so that it just gets blessings from the new moon, because that's what we love. I'm really loving this outfit today, this coordination. But anyway, there you go. If you don't have sage, go buy some. You could get some on Amazon, but I recommend going to like a gift shop, spiritual shop that sells sage, because you want to support your local peeps or make your own. All right, let's get into the new moon forecast. Hey! Today I decided to do the new moon forecast reading outside. I live in Misawa, Japan on the military base, and it is cloudy out. There's no sun out. I haven't seen the sun in a while, but the temperature is pretty good out here. So we're gonna do the reading here. So if you hear cars or noises in the background, know that I am on my balcony in a tower, which I'm on the 8th floor. Anyway, information that you don't probably care about. Let's dive into the new moon in Cancer. July 20th, we have a new moon in Cancer. Another new moon in Cancer, like I mentioned before. Last month, June 2020, we had a new moon in Cancer. And now this month, we have a new moon in Cancer. The zodiac, we have 12 zodiac signs, and they only go through a new moon within the year once, and they only go through a full moon one time as well within the year. So each zodiac sign only hits a new moon and full moon once throughout the year. This is a special one because we get another one. This new moon in Cancer sits exact opposite of Capricorn. Capricorn's in Saturn right now. They sit exactly 28 degrees from each other, approximately. They sit 28 degrees completely opposite of each other right now. That is really meaning balance, right? Because they're the complete opposite, yin and yang. You need yin and yang. You need the shadow and the light to create this balance in life. So really focus this new moon for the next 2 weeks till the full moon in August. Focus on this new moon in Cancer and focus on balancing out your life. How can you balance out your life more? What things can you get rid of, like old habits, old bad habits, old habits that are just not serving you? And how can you replace that? And how can you take away things that are just taking up too much of your time? Maybe it's, taking some time off social media, maybe putting a 30-minute time block just for social media. Maybe it's sucking up too much of your time. Maybe you are sucking up too much of your time, taking up I don't like sucking up. Maybe you are taking up too much of your time, and maybe you need to make a list. Maybe you have to write on a whiteboard a list of things to do daily to get yourself more focused. Whatever it may be, how can you bring up more balance into your life? And that's what this new moon is all about. I'm definitely intuitively feeling that we need to sage every single day until the full moon. And I know that might seem tedious, but it really takes a minute up to 5 minutes, but it could take up to a minute to sage yourself. It's really important to cleanse our energetic field at this time and just really to set that intention, as I said before when we were saging. So definitely get into saging in this time for the next 2 weeks, every day for 14 days. So mark it on your calendars for 14 days and sage yourself. As well, since we're working with the Cancer new moon, which Cancer is a water symbol, they are all about emotions and they are the water symbol. So start taking baths a lot. I would say take up to 2 baths a week. I've been taking a lot of Epsom salt baths than normal. So you really want to connect with the water element, drinking more water. I just said in the last full moon to drink more water, and I'm gonna say it again, drink more water. Make sure it's clean and filtered out, whatever water that may be, whether it is osmosis water, if it's alkaline water, if it's spring water, Mountain Valley spring water, if it's from your Berkey, whatever it is, really get more hydrated at this time. And especially since we're going into the, typically, depending where you are around the month, but August tends to be the hottest month of the year, right? So just really hydrate. So taking baths more frequently and saging for the next 14 days. That is your spiritual homework. So let's get into the moon forecast, the Cancer moon forecast. It's going to be a little bit similar to the one that we had last month with a little bit of tweaking. And as well, I'm not going to go over characteristics of Cancer because we already went that. I'll just put the post on as well for the water signs, the AKA dream boats, the dreamers. I'll just leave that link on, and if you want to pause the reading, you can read it, but we've already discussed that recently, so I just don't think that it's necessary for this month. Okay, for this Cancer moon forecast that we have displayed right here, we obviously have the zodiac in Cancer. Their element is water. The symbol is the crab. The planet is moon. So the moon, what does the moon do? It shines light on the shadows. So do some shadow work as well this next 2 weeks. Do some inner healing that you've been putting to the side or that you've been resisting and suppressing. Do some shadow work because the moon illuminates everything. So definitely do some shadow work as well and add that to your spiritual homework list. But we have the moon, which the moon is also all about intuition, and Cancers are really have this psychic ability, have this highly intuitive ability. The element is water, so again, hydrating with water, taking those Epsom salt baths, herbal baths, going into the ocean to really, also cleanse yourself on top of adding the sage for a 14-day sage cleanse. Then we have the colors, and the colors are grayish blue. As you see, I have blue here. I'm representing the blue, grayish blue, and metallic-y colors. That tends to be the colors for Cancer. And the chakras we have are moonstone. I do have a moonstone ring here. I do not have a moonstone crystal, which is pretty odd that I don't have that, but I don't. In the future I will. And ruby and emerald. And I think I have emerald, but I just don't know if I do. I have to look into my crystals, and I definitely do not have ruby. But those are some crystals for you to resonate with if you have them. Moonstone I highly recommend. As well, the chakra that we're working with is the third eye. So really meditate on the third eye for this new moon cycle. The third eye, where we have our intuition, our sixth sense, and the third eye works perfectly with Cancers because they are very intuitive. They have the moon. It all interconnects. when you start seeing how it interplays with each other. The numerology that we have is a little bit different from June's monthly forecast, moon forecast. We have 6 and 9 because of the symbol, it is like a 69. We have 6, 9, and 4. Today, when you add up July 20th, 2020, 7/20, 2020, it adds up to a double digit, and then you put it into a single digit, and that gives you a numerology from 0 to 9. We have the number 4 today. So number 4 is really, you know, building a foundation, building more stability in your life. How can you add to your business? How can you add to your self-care routine? How can you make yourself more stable in your life? What bad habits do you have to do? What addictions do you have to take away? Then we have number 9, which is a really spiritual number. It's a completion phase. So you're going to be at a completion phase in your life, and it doesn't necessarily have to be something big, but you're at an end of a cycle, right? We're constantly in new cycles. We have, you know, number 4 represents the 4 seasons. Number 4 represents a lot of different things, but number 4, for example, represents the 4 seasons, right? And we're in summer season. That's a new cycle that we, you know, entered last month, and now the new phase and the new moon is a new cycle, a new phase. So we're completing the past full moon, new moon phase, and we're going into this new moon as a new person. You're a new person every single day. So those past mistakes that you've made, they're in the past. They're not. You have to let them go. That it doesn't define who you are now. So how can you be a better person? How can you give yourself positive thoughts, give yourself healthy healing medicine to go into this new phase, because we're leaving this old 2-week phase that we just left from the previous full moon, right? So we're going into the new moon. It's a new phase. See yourself as a new person, a new me. What things can you change in your daily routine to spice things up? I'm sorry if you hear the car in the background. Someone's pulling in to the parking lot. So how can you, enter this new moon with a clean new slate? Because that's what, new moons represent. Number 6 is all about responsibility, family, stability as well. So we have 2 stability numbers in here. Stability is really, really big for this next new moon phase. Stability, just feeling grounded, that's as well another thing, feeling grounded, right? Stability, that's where the saging comes in, and the cleansing with the Epsom salt baths or going into the ocean. Those are different forms of grounding yourself. Make sure you implement that into your daily life. Last but not least, we have our affirmation, and our affirmation is I can change my destiny. So this affirmation works really, really well because you're the creator of your life. We're going into this new phase, finding more balance and really striving for that, to find that balance within yourself and within your life, and just making things a little bit easier on yourself. How can you make your daily life a little bit more easier for yourself? And changing your destiny, knowing that you have the power to do everything that you desire, everything you dream about, knowing that you are powerful, and taking that stand and taking that seat and putting yourself in that powerful place, not from an ego state, from a confident state, from a spiritual, energetic state. Okay, so let's see what our new moon reading is. We got the new moon deck here. I also have Starseed in here as well. We'll see what cards pop up for the Starseed. I got the 2 cards for this new moon. So the first card we got is the new moon in Cancer. So how beautiful is that it totally interconnects. You and your loved ones are safe. And then the next card we have, nothing will come of the situation, void of course, moon. So this is a very worried type of card, because it's like a void, it's resistance, it's being in limbo type of card. But this is like a worrisome card. So this one says you and your loved ones are safe. Maybe you're just really worried with, the Rona, everything that's going on in the planet. There's so much, not just the virus, but there's just so much going on with the human trafficking and just everything with the rioting, the shooting. There's just so much going on, and maybe you're really worried about your family, about yourself, about your safety, and this is saying like you are safe. And say those positive affirmations, I am safe. And that's where again, the saging for 14 days is really gonna help align you to getting you back into balance, because you're out of balance at this time. And the Epsom salt baths, they're just really gonna help detox you, because it's magnesium sulfate, and magnesium really helps give you the magnesium, the mineral, into your body. It's a specific magnesium. There's all different types of magnesium, but that magnesium will go into your body. And it also, the sulfate, magnesium sulfate, it detoxes you of things and that you energetically suck in, and just really helps you calm down and stuff. So this new moon in Cancer is so prominent of what we're talking about. And then we have this void, right? Sometimes we have to sit in the limbo and into the void to really, heal ourselves and to think about things, and to really, this is how we create our reality. Like, we have the I can change my destiny. And when we're sitting in the limbo, when we're sitting in void, the universe doesn't do this as punishment. It gives us this opportunity to really see what we want in our future, to really see what we want in the present moment, to really also heal things that we've buried, that we suppressed, because we all do it. No human is perfect. We all do it in our life. And this is a great example of this for this new phase in the new moon in Cancer. So really just accepting that you're in the limbo, you're in the void, and stop having those worried thoughts. Changing those thoughts and having more balanced out thoughts. And worry isn't a part of our human experience, and it's gonna be there. But how can you lessen that, and how can you calm down the anxiety, right? So this new moon, Cancer, it represents family. Cancers are big family oriented, so maybe you're neglecting your family at this time, or neglecting yourself. So this is saying taking care of yourself. And this is, where that worried card comes in. Instead of worrying about your family, go take care of them. What can you do to honor them? What can you do to help them? And this also represents, going near water, because we have the water Cancer sign. As I keep mentioning, hydrating and stuff like that. Meditating if you have insecurities, or just even example, the worrying can be an insecurity about yourself. Meditation will help you at this time. This is showing what are you neglecting in your life, and that's where the balance comes in. Really, how can you balance those things out and stop neglecting yourself or others? A new start is coming into your private life, because Cancers tend to be private, so a new start is coming. Allow that opportunity to come to you. If you keep being in the void, in this limbo, you might miss that opportunity. So get yourself out of it. Review your goals, review your ambitions. Have any of them changed? Have you put any effort into them? Different things like that. So that is your new moon reading. Let's add a Starseed card that I have for you. We have Starseeds here, and I'll link the decks I use down below in case you want to purchase them. And I'll find a moonstone and on Amazon. I do prefer that you buy from someone local, or maybe I'll link a Etsy link to a moonstone. I'll link two things. Okay, so the card we have, oh, this is so beautiful. Surrendering. Surrender can be really hard, especially during this, the void. This card right here, accepting that you're in the void. This says fall into my arms. So the universe and the angels and spirit is really saying, fall into my arms. Take a deep breath and, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of light. And again, look, it says holding the opposites, and we're literally with the planets, Capricorn and Cancer are the complete opposite at this time. So holding the opposites, yin and yang, balance, again, the same thing. This card, talks about the beauty and the bitterness, of life, the good and the bad. There's so much going on, but this is saying surrender your worries, your burdens, any type of negative or low vibrating emotion that you're feeling. So that is your new moon in Cancer. Know that Cancers are emotional, and then the moon is emotional. We're in the home of the moon, so it could be a super emotional time. Surrender and accept the healing that you deserve. I hope that resonated with you. If you'd like more moon videos monthly, hit that like button down below. As well, subscribe to my channel to hang out with me weekly. I hope you guys have an amazing new moon cycle. Let me know if you're going to sage and do the Epsom salt bath, or let me know what your favorite thing to do during the new moon is. I would love to hear it. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu, which is Sanskrit for may all beings be happy and free. The light in me honors the light in you. Stay gold, be kind to yourself, and be kind to others. And I'll see you guys in my next video.